Howdy again, everybody. Thought I'd start where I'm leaving off tonight. Well, the lathe is still turned on. I need to shut it down and everything, but it's quitting time for me to get to bed, so I'm well rested for work tomorrow. But I wanted to show these fittings and show you my little process here. Did a little bit of assembly line production work type thing. There's a 1/2 inch hex brass in the 5C collet chuck there. And what you're looking at here, this is the third. I only need to make 3 of these, so this is the third blank, so to speak, that I'm making. And I just finished all the round parts for it. This part is turned 3/8 of an inch. The little neck undercut there is turned to 300 thousandths. Of course, this is the 1/2 inch hex brass. It's left like it is. This part I just turned down to 405 thousandths for most of it, and tomorrow night I'll come in and put the taper in. It's about a 1.5 degree angle taper for the pipe thread, and you probably see there's a little bit of an undercut. I didn't go very deep there. It's funny, I thought I had gone deeper, but I used the first thing I did, I went ahead and laid out my segments with the cutoff blade, and that's where you see the different the undercuts and so forth. And then I used the rounding blade, as you can see, rounding bit to get my round shape, and I used micrometers and so forth to double check my measurements. And this one hasn't been drilled through yet either. That's just the center drill left over from the last one that I made. So just a little bit of work to finish this one up tomorrow. And let me kind of pan over here and I'll show you. Here is my highly technical human CAD drawing that I made for the fitting. That's the cool thing. I know I've said this before, but making your own fittings. I just Googled the dimensions for 1/8 inch pipe, and that's what you see here. Wrote it out. Obviously I kind of rounded a little bit, and then I knew what the dimensions are for the fixtures for the fittings that I make for the tubing, so I've machined that down. And this is my little schematic of my overall hookup for the tender hand pump. Very highly technical, so I made a note, and I need to make 3 of these things, 3 of those adapters, and I'll make probably Saturday, or as soon as I can, I'll make the cones and the nuts that will go for the rest of the tubing things. Here, let me scroll on down. Here's the 2 that I made already tonight. That, as you can see, they're not finished. Let me show you. So they were in the lathe just like the blank that I just showed you, and of course I core drilled them 3/16 of an inch. I cut the taper in, and then I used the tailstock die holder to cut the 1/8 inch 27 thread per inch threads, the pipe thread there. So tomorrow, when I have all 3 of them like this, I'll flip it around, put it in the 5C collet chuck, this oriented in this direction, and then I'll be able to cut the cone with the countersink, and then use the tailstock die holder to put the thread on that. So same thing for this one. So this way, 2 nights of work, I'll have at least 3 of these things done, and I'll get set up to start making the other fittings that I need to make. So I hope that's interesting and useful, and thanks for watching. I'll keep you posted.